Mom, I guess it's just not my year for love.
I'm sorry about that. It seems to be mine.
You and Jon, you're pretty serious, huh?
Yes.
A high school ring.
Well, John's a rather unconventional man, and this is an unconventional engagement ring.
You're engaged? When did this happen? Why didn't you tell me?
Because I was waiting until we set a definite date, and since that remains a mystery, I didn't write you.
Mom, that's great. I know how happy you are. I kind of wish you and Dad could work things out, but okay.
I've got more good news.
All right.
I do. It's not quite definite yet, but it looks like I am going to be appointed to the Commission on Prison Reform.
Mom, that's great. I know how important that is to you.
Yeah. I feel sort of sorry for Charles Sanders, but because it's turning out that his misfortune is my good fortune.
Do you think he's losing the appointment because of Jamie?
Of course. A little monster. It's just, I can't. Well, how do you know about Jamie, by the way?
Diane told me all about him, how he headed the crack ring that you exposed, but he got out on bail. But now he may spend his life in prison because he shot a cop.
You know what really scares me? I don't think he's ever going to stand trial. Hope to God I'm wrong.
Hypothermia, you get weak, you behave irrationally, and all you want to do is go to sleep, and then, honey, you have had it.
Oh, God.
So let's keep moving around as blood moving as possible, all right?
Surely Charles will realize that there's something wrong and come home. Maybe Mrs. Whitmore will come down for something for dinner. Maybe Jamie will have a change of conscience and call someone.
Yeah, well, we sure as hell can't depend on Jamie's humanitarian instincts, can we? So we're just going to have to keep making noise and move some.
All right.
Hello out there! Judith and I are in here turning into ice cubes. Come on, open the door! Come on, we need some help!
How long have we been in here?
I don't know, half an hour or so.
How long can we last?
An hour and a half, maybe. Let's keep moving. Huh?
Yeah.
Moving. Is it any better?
For my feet and my head.
Let's move. Keep your feet going, huh?
Not a lot of room for activity in here. Maybe we could throw a porterhouse back and forth.
Good at pretending?
Pretending what? This isn't happening. My son's not a...
Look, this must happen to an Eskimo on the average of once a year, don't you think?
Think so?
Well, maybe when he's out hunting and a storm comes in, first thing you know, you can't find the igloo, dogs have run off. You just have to survive.
Yes, but didn't they wear little furry hats and furry coats?
Yeah, so we've got little furry coats on. And wait a minute, they're not just little, they're floor length.
Floor length.
With hoods on.
And little furry gloves.
Yeah.
Very warm furry gloves.
Warm.
Warm boots.
Oh, it's so warm.
This is not working. I'm getting very numb and tingly.
So much for the Eskimos. Change of scenery.
Right.
We're in the Sahara Desert.
I've been there.
Oh, we're in the hot sun. It's so hot. It's so hot. We can hardly stand it. We'd do anything to get out of it, wouldn't we? Get a little shade, a little air conditioning.
Air conditioning?
Whatever. A cold drink. Oh, or even sunburn. What do you think? I mean, we've been in that scorching sun so long. Oh.
Your brain is melting.
Could be.
This is going to make a very good chapter in Sanders' biography. We could call it Cold Sun Turns Mom into Popsicle.
You know what we really need, don't you?
No, what?
Aluminum foil.
What?
So we could be wrapped in it so that when they thaw us out in 100 years, we'd still be fresh. What are you doing? Wait, don't cry. Don't cry, whatever you do. Because your tears will freeze on your eyelashes. And you'll look just like a little snow bunny.
I'm never going to forgive you. If you ever get out of here.
That's good. Be angry. Makes you hot. Makes you hot. Depression is chilling, isn't it? We have to get out of here. We have to get out of here.
Mrs. Whitmore! Open the door! We're freezing! Open the door! Stop it! Open the door! We're freezing! We're freezing!
That's nothing. Maybe it's me. I'm losing my strength. I can't feel anything in my hands. Whoa, Judith. Judith, you're slowing down.
I can barely move. I can't stand up.
No, you can't give up, honey.
I don't care anymore.
You've got to care. You've only got one life, sweetie, and this is it, so you've got to hang on.
Would you care if your daughter did something like this? I don't even want to go out and face it. They won't.
Honey, your husband, your daughter, a lot of people love you. They need you, and you have to stay alive for them. You know? Listen, I care about you. I don't want you to die on me.
We're not going to survive this. It's just, I'm going to go first.
No, we're going to survive. We're not going to die. Look, Charles must know about this already. I bet he's here. He's looking around. You've got to believe it, Judith. Judith! 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 Judith, come on. You have to get up again. Come on, come on. Oh. Wait.
That's what breakfast warm you up.
Little? Baby, you got enough food there to feed the Red Army.
You know what your problem is?
He needs more blankets.
Right, second floor linen closet.
Will you two angels of mercy, please stop one more blanket and serve me for dinner?
Dad, we're just trying to make you feel better.
I feel fine, honey, if I don't die from the heat.
Herb, you've been through a terrible ordeal. That's why I insisted that you come home so that your daughter and I could take care of you. Now, shut up and enjoy it.
Yeah.
As much as I love your bedside manner, I do have to call the hospital and make sure Judith is okay.
Well, the last we heard, her prognosis was excellent. So why can't you just relax and enjoy this delicious-looking breakfast?
Relax, she says. Nobody in this family can relax not until Jamie Sanders is found, locked up for the rest of his natural life. With me consoling her as best I could, and when you know it, that's when Jamie showed up.
And exactly in what manner were you consoling her?
Mom?
It's just a simple question, darling.
I had my arms around her, dear. You know, consoling. Of course, Jamie misinterpreted.
Oh, of course.
Ah. His smirk was even worse than your mother's, if you can imagine that. Well, Judith was so flustered, she lost her cool.
And that's when Jamie caught on that something was
Yeah,
up.
she didn't even have time to call the police before he pulled the gun.
Oedipus Rex, eat your heart out.
This is not your normal Oedipal complex. This is a very seriously disturbed young man.
Be that as it may, I wouldn't have liked seeing you and Judith locked in a tender embrace.
I think she's a little jealous, Dad.
Don't be ridiculous, honey. It just seems to me that she has a husband to give her all the comfort she needs.
Yeah, some comfort he is. You'll notice that Charles was safely back at police headquarters while Judith had to face Jamie alone.
She was hardly alone, was she?
Mom, if Dad hadn't been there with Judith, she would have been frozen stiff.
That's true. Would you like to tell us how you prevented Judith from becoming a frozen fish stick? Did you make like the Eskimos and rub noses?
Oh, well, you know how it is, sweetheart. When you're stuck in an igloo, you have to make do.
I remember what it was like being stuck with you.
Oh, of course, the elevator in the courthouse.
I'm glad you haven't forgotten.
How could I? It was stuck for hours.
I didn't complain.
Neither did I.
Would somebody like to tell me what's going on?
Maybe when you're older.
We still won't tell you.
Cassie, would you mind? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, that's all right. What are you doing with that suitcase? You going somewhere?
Yeah, I'm moving out.
Moving out, Diane? I won't hear of it.
Dorian, come on. I've made up my mind. Now that Cassie's home, you want your family around you, and I'll just be in the way.
You're not in the way, is she, Herb?
Well, don't drag me into it. I'm more out of place here than anyone.
We are all family, if I say we are.
Look, I'm going to leave as soon as Dorian stops doctoring me, so don't go on my account, all right?
Well, thanks, Herb. But I think Cassie will agree with me.
Cassie, say something.
No, now, Dorian, don't. Well, look, you guys have been so great to let me stay here this long, and I'll always be grateful. You've been like the mother I never had. Cassie, when I finish packing, would you mind driving me over to the waterside? Yeah, whenever you're ready. Thanks. I hope we can be friends, too.
Why didn't you say something? You could have stopped her.
Well, I don't know if I want her to. You know, I have my doubts about Diane. Something about her that doesn't ring true.
Thank you. I was beginning to think that I was the only one.
Both of you are wrong.
Well, good. And maybe you won't mind if I get dressed and get out of here, okay?
I do mind. You're not strong enough yet.
Sweetheart, you were the greatest doctor that ever lived. I'm very grateful, honest, but if you want to take care of something, why don't you buy a Persian cat, all right? I have to go to the hospital and check on Judith.
Oh, you remembered.
How could I forget after last night? Oh, I must be such a mess.
Well, you're warm and alive. You also look very beautiful.
Well, I don't know about the last part. It's certainly nice to be alive and see you sitting there.
Yeah, if it feels so good, why are you crying? Judith, after last night, don't you think you can trust me?
Yes.
You know, when two people face death together, they can't ever go back to being just acquaintances.
They can't?
You didn't know that? No, they form an unspoken alliance. Friends forever, friends for life.
You are a good friend, Herb.
Shall I come up with a couple of cliches? Time heals all wounds. This too shall pass.
Even those cliches don't work when you say them.
I won't let you blame yourself for anything that's happened.
Always looking for the bright side, aren't you?
Well, if I didn't, we'd be a couple of ice cubes right now.
Okay. I have some good news. There might be one marriage worth salvaging. Vicky and Clint.